On this episode, we talk about losing a lot of famous people. Unfortunately, that cycle has started again.
Yeah, and guess what? Skynet is coming sooner than you think. Would you believe autonomous drones have been approved by the FAA?
That's it. It's happening. Skynet's happening right in front of us. We're not doing anything about it. And then the Super Bowl commercials. You know what? I've seen the previews. They're going to suck again this year.
All right. You do know that Flat Matthew might be all right.
Yeah, no. But the car is coming back, and like all these other electric cars they're bringing back, it's going to be cool and electric.
Okay. And we talk about Disney's Investors Day. They are working on a lot, and I do mean a lot, a real lot of projects.
Yeah, well, if you would have said it this way, a lot, maybe you'd be famous like Matthew.
Okay. And we realized that when we used anesthesia, we knew it worked. We just did not know what it was doing that made it work.
Great. Just like our show. We know it works, but that's it. Oh, welcome to the Don't Know Show, featuring What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of bad life decisions.
Yep. That led to a YouTube show and podcast, and us just taking you away from that everyday doldrum, boredom, whatever's going on out there, and hopefully making your life a little better for the hour that we just ramble on for. But we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world. And one of the things we've noticed is going on in the world is Scott has lost his mind along with
That's it. That's
a lot
what
of
happened.
other people.
I lost it. Where the hell is it?
It'll be the last place you look, because you stop looking for it after you find it. So it's always going to be in the last place you look.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't keep looking for it after you find it.
Then you really have lost your mind at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
what
do you got going on behind you there? It looks like a beautiful hot tub with snow on it.
Okay, here's what happened.
What happened was
we've had a very, very mild winter so far, and I mean way up, the fourth warmest winter in recorded history.
Global warming.
We had our first real snowfall was almost 8 inches of heavy, wet, sloppy ass crap snow, right? Finished plowing it. Then literally 2 days later, we got 1.25 inches of even more sloppy, wet ass stuff. I mean, we're talking about slush, period.
So unless you plowed and moved that snow in the right spots, you've got these huge ice banks everywhere.
Nobody wanted it plowed because it was less than 2 inches. It was just barely over 1 inch, and nobody wanted it plowed.
Sure.
And then, of course, it got cold, and it stayed cold for a week. So now we have literally icebergs everywhere.
Yeah. You can't plow that.
Here's what it gets really interesting. Since those 2 snows, we have had 5 more snow events. Every single solitary one of them has been less than 1 inch. Can't plow. Nobody wants it plowed. So today, because we got a big storm coming in 18 hours, I got a couple of my corporate gigs said, well, we don't need you to plow because it's not. And then they get to work and says, you know something, we're going to get a lot more snow. And yeah, we better clear it. So I spent all afternoon doing my corporate accounts.
So did you not go to lunch today?
Did not go. I had a feeling that, well, we didn't know that we were going to get screwed on the snow again. They were predicting 2 to 4 inches for us this time. And again, we got 1 inch.
Are most of your men weathermen?
Actually, the ones that we watch during the week, it's a guy, and on the weekends, it's a girl.
Well, which one's telling you that that's going to be 2 to 4 inches?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was her too. So, but it was,
she must have been misled. She must have been misled by her husband / boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho's.
Remember, ladies, the reason men can't read maps is because they think that's a mile.
Yeah. So basically, we run into the situation where we have another big storm coming. They cannot tell if we're going to get just skirted by it or if we're going to get hammered. Down where your sister is, they are expecting possibly 9 to 12 inches of snow on this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it because it's lake effect that's going to be pushing off the lake?
No, it's a big honking ass storm coming from the Gulf. And because the weather, even though it's relatively warm, it's going to be cold enough that we're going to get dumped on.
Yeah. Crazy.
They don't know how. Obviously, they're saying southern Wisconsin, which is where I am, is going to get hit too. But depending on how far north it goes, depending on how much snow we get. So they're not even predicting how much snow we're going to get. And it's only 18 hours away. Normally, they start predicting like 4 days in advance.
They don't even have a clue. That's crazy.
Yeah. But this snow that's right there that you see in this hot tub has been there for 3 weeks because it turned into an iceberg and even the sun won't melt it.
Well, guys turn the hot tub on and flip that over and get in?
No. We actually turned the hot tub off beginning in November.
Oh, really? There's no water in there?
There's no water in it.
That's a bummer. That's the best time to go out in the hot tub.
Well, here's the thing. We used to use it all the time. Susie's working these long-ass hours. She gets up early in the morning. She falls asleep watching TV after dinner. It wasn't getting used. And in the wintertime, the thing cost $80 a month to run.
Sure.
So I said, screw it. I'm not making any money. She doesn't want to go out in it. I shut it off.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So $80 times 6 months. That's how long it'll be shut down. That's how much money I'll save.
There you go. Well, that's good. So as you can see, I've been traveling again. So I am back. I'll be gone again, and then I'll be gone at the end of February. But at the end of February, I'm actually going to take some time away. I need to try and shut my brain off for a little bit.
Oh, I know how to do that.
Permanent. I don't want to do it permanently. How do you do
it?
What?
Have I, all the years you've known me, have I ever considered that kind of a arrangement? Ever?
Well, I don't know. What,
I'm too positive of a person.
Okay, so what are you considering?
If you really want to shut your brain off, so that you're not thinking, because it's obviously just basically work and probably COVID and politics and crap like that make your brain hurt, right?
Well, yeah. Well, politics right now is going to affect work, just because we don't talk politics, but you saw that he is going to let everybody who can make it to the United States in the next 100 days become a citizen, even if you're a 5-time felon and we're on the deport list, or if you're in Honduras right now and trying to make it up here, you can get here and become a citizen. So that means we're going to have a whole bunch of new COVID cases because he's just opened the borders. Everybody else is shutting the borders down. We just opened them all up. But no, we don't talk politics. So what?
Very, very, very simple. All you have to do is go to a physics class at your local university. Well, no, you got to do it on Zoom, right? They're not doing school there. Go to a physics class, listen to the professor drone. Next thing you'll know, it'll be a week later. And your brain will stop hurting.
No, I'll be thinking about physics the whole time. Got to remember, I like physics. I liked physics in college too.
Oh, I thought you just like giving physicals.
Okay, that too.
Kind of what I remember.
Well, yeah, I was good at it.
So, anyways, what is that a picture of?
That is a picture of a airplane engine.
Oh, okay. Because this is what I'm looking at, because of the way you were sitting, okay, and knowing that you're a hockey fan, I'm like, you superimposed a hockey stadium, a hockey rink over a cityscape.
No, I wish. I can't wait. The hockey's been awesome. Oh, I fixed my green screen there. There we go. Oh, no, but yeah, hockey's been very interesting where they're playing like the 3-game series, staying in the same city, playing back-to-backs. So, nope, that's just me flying around again.
All right. Well, we always know that you've always been kind of a flighty type guy.
Flighty type person. Speaking of people flying the coop, we're starting to lose some celebrities again.
Oh, yeah. They seem to go in waves, don't they? We had like a month where it was not too bad, and all of a sudden we got hammered.
Yeah. Yeah, Siegfried was the last one, right?
Right.
Or was it Roy? Siegfried, because Roy was already.
Come on, I gave you the perfect opening. We're getting hammered.
Hammerin
Hank Aaron passed away.
Well, you know him as that. I don't know him as that.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, I remember him from when I was a kid. But anywho's, this is something a lot of people don't realize. Everybody remembers that he broke Babe Ruth's record of 714 career home runs. Okay. What they don't realize is he was the first player in baseball to record 500 homers and 3,000 hits. That's incredible. Not a lot of strikeouts for Hank Aaron.
No, he was not like Babe Ruth.
Yeah, Babe Ruth had a crappy batting average. The problem is he was like me. If I hit the ball, it was usually gone, but I struck out an awful lot.
So you know who else passed away?
Larry King, but he died from COVID.
So yeah. Well, wasn't he sick though from other stuff too? So it only takes something for him to go bad.
That's part of the problem. People who are compromised, this damn virus just
if you're compromised, anything can take you.
Yeah.
But didn't you watch Babylon 5?
Of course I did.
You know Mira Furlan?
Yes, she played Dylan.
She passed away.
I saw her in the news, but I didn't see that she had passed away. I thought she was in the news for something else.
Nope. Dead.
Bombers.
You know who Randy Parton is? Randy Parton.
Dolly Parton's brother, right?
Yep, dead. Now, I know you know who Phil Spector is.
Yes.
Dead.
I don't believe it. I think he just went and joined Elvis.
Nope. What are you working at a Burger King in Michigan?
Yeah.
And then Joan Rogers, dead. That was Mr. Rogers' wife.
Yep.
That's a lot of people, man.
It is.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it really is. And it's going to get worse because we had our first wave of movie stars that we lost from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, all the famous ones from back then.
Right.
And then medical science helped us start to live longer. So there's been kind of a lull. But now all these actors are in their 80s and 90s. Betty White, didn't she just hit 99?
Yeah, she's got some kind of tribute going.
So, and she's doing great. So, but 99, it's freaking awesome.
Oh, wow. Gregory Sierra died too. He was on Barney Miller and Sanford and Son.
Yes.
If you saw him, you'd
Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah. If you saw him, you'd know who he is. But
you certainly would recognize him.
That's crazy.
He was actually a comedian that turned into an actor because he was able to, off the cuff, had the straight face, boom, hit it on the money, which is why he's so good in Barney Miller.
Yeah. So
that's also Sanford and Son, right?
Yeah. They're bringing people down here. Uh-oh.
The only problem is we're talking about sad stuff, and this is supposed to be a positive show.
What is a positive show? We're honoring them because as long as you keep them in your heart, they will never be gone.
Yeah. Works for me.
So,
needle point thread.
We like to talk about transportation.
Yes, we do. And especially if it is even remotely futuristic.
Right. So, you know that the FAA has got all these problems with drones and delivering.
Oh, yes, they do.
Remember we talked about Amazon laid off a bunch of people in their drone division just because of all the blocks that they're coming up against and everything.
Yes.
So the FAA went one step further and approved fully automated commercial drone flights.
Okay.
So there is a firm to operate drones without direct supervision by human controllers or manned pilots.
Okay. Didn't we talk about that in the last show about the flying cars? It's the same concept by doing.
No, we talked about cars, but yeah, these are totally no human interaction. It's all
right.
American Robotics, based in Marlborough, Massachusetts, won the approval. So these are totally this is the beginning of Skynet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although
These are only supposed to operate in rural areas at heights under 400 feet.
Yeah. Like they're going to listen to us. When they take over, dude.
Yeah, that's true. But by the time he gets that sophisticated, we'll be long gone. So
within 10 years, we're going to have all electric cars from everybody. We'll talk about that later. We got more electric cars coming.
Well, you know, as long as you can light them up like Christmas trees, I don't care.
Yep. And then this Saturday is the Saturday before the Super Bowl.
When the Packers are going to be. I thought for sure they're going to make it this year. They were playing so well.
Yeah, well, they tried. I mean, Brady did throw 3 interceptions for them.
I know.
So Sunday, February 7th. So it's be next week, not tomorrow, but next week.
Right.
All the Super Bowl commercials are going to go. I can't imagine the Super Bowl commercials are going to be any good. The latest Super Bowl commercial that's going around is a Doritos one for Flat Matthew. Now, you didn't have kids, so you have no idea who Flat Stanley is.
Correct.
So Flat Stanley was a book about this cartoonish character. Well, you know what? I'm going to look up Flat Stanley and show you a picture of Flat Stanley. I'm going to get Flat Stanley up here. So Flat Stanley is a book. And let's share this. You know you love when I share things.
I do. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, well, you don't edit out half the stuff anyways. All right, so this is Flat Stanley. It's an actual book, and Flat Stanley gets to go all these places. So what you do is, in one of the things, you cut out Flat Stanley, and you color him, and you take him, and you take pictures, and kids would bring him into school, and it was kind of a cool little project for the kids to do Flat Stanley projects, and they take pictures of Flat Stanley, you know, in all different places.
Sure.
Right. This is Flat Stanley. So that's Flat Stanley. So not to be outdone, Flat Stanley at the airport, not to be outdone, you know, that the religious people do. They take stuff and they have Flat Matthew. Because there's St. Matthew, right? You know who St. Matthew is, right?
Yes, you do.
Are you trying to get your rabbit up?
We won't go there. He's up all right.
All right. So here it is. Take digital Flat Matthew with you, right?
Yes.
So there's Flat Matthew.
Yes.
And you go take pictures and the same thing, right?
Sure.
So when Doritos started announcing Flat Matthew, I'm like, well, that's kind of, I don't get it, right? So that's what I'm thinking. The Super Bowl commercials are going to suck this year. But here is Flat Matthew stuff, right? Doritos, Flat Matthew has been revealed, and it's all right. All right. Get it?
Sure.
Matthew McConaughey.
Uh-huh.
All right. So here is the little teaser.
Why is that dog flying a kite? And why does the kite look like Matthew McConaughey?
Little help?
No. That's it.
That's the teaser.
That's
16 seconds.
Matthew McConaughey is okay. I'm thinking we need to just go write some commercials now because it can't be any worse. Our commercials, my money makers are better than this stuff.
Yeah.
This stuff is bad. I mean, just bad.
I've made all my own commercials for the radio shows that I did, but
yeah, Doritos Flat Matthew commercial joins other Super Bowl commercials from Frito-Lay. Many other people trying to solve the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis mystery involving the Cheetos Crunch Pop mix.
Okay.
So, I mean, these are going to be the commercials that we're stuck with.
You would think with all these people working from home, they would have had a lot more. What's what I'm looking for?
Creativity.
Well, not necessarily, but you know, so much happening, goofy shit that happens with your family all the time should have given them great ideas. You know what I mean?
Again, I think that you and I can write better stuff. Here's the Aston Kutcher Cheetos.
Yeah, I'll be right down.
This was last year's.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I knew it.
So now they're coming. Like what? Like what?
What exactly are you insinuating? You think that I would do that to you? Did you go behind your back after everything that we've been through? I can't even look at it. Too much?
Just stick to the line I gave you.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, again, I'm thinking that the Super Bowl commercials this year are going to suck. I think
Do you realize there's people like me that don't watch the game, but we record all the commercials?
no, and how sad is that? I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad. I'm like, you know, they're all gonna suck. You know, people are gonna pay billions of dollars because they're gonna get there, but they're not interesting at all. They're just paying for the time.
That's what. Well, we'll find out when they're actually out.
Well, they're gonna have a show on, you know, showing all the commercials before they actually show the commercials on.
Right. Which is free publicity. Well, not really, because they did pay for it, and it's part of the package, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't, you know, trying to see what they're charging.
What was
right. So 30 seconds ads are $5.6 million.
Yeah.
So they're holding steady. So that's what it was last year.
You know, I'm pretty sure that I could live comfortably for the rest of my life on that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, too bad we didn't win the lottery.
Oh, yeah.
One person won it, and it was over $1 billion.
Yep. Instant billionaire. Well, not quite, because after taxes, they only get $775 million. Only $707 million. Shit.
So what? One person, small town. But speaking of new cars coming, so all the old cars are coming back as new cars, but all electric. So remember the Bronco came back and it was all electric Bronco, and it only has one Ford badge on it. Like that's like the cool thing.
Right.
Right. There's only one Ford badge on it. All the rest are the Bronco badges. Everywhere it says Bronco or it's got the Bronco badge.
Then why do you have Renault on it?
Well, this is we talked about the Bronco already. Now we're talking about the.
I see where you're going with this. Okay.
It's the Renault. Because when you got the car the first time, you really took it up the.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an all-electric car. Look at that. That looks way cooler than the original car.
It does.
So there's the original car. Check it out. Is it still sharing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the original car, right? It's kind of, but that's kind of cool looking. Do they have more images? That's the only one they have. But that's kind of cool looking.
It is. I don't
know
know the best way to say this, but we went through about a decade and a half of some of the most ugly vehicles that the United States ever produced.
Well, we had those square ones. Square ones that were all ugly.
What was that Dudley Moore movie where he was kind of insane?
Move to the next
Funny
car?
Farm?
Oh, here we go. Look at that. Look at that red. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
I mean, I would buy this car. I don't know why it says hello. I hope that doesn't say that on the car.
Well,
they have it in there, kind of like a
go back to the first picture.
They're in them all.
Stop. Stop. Go back. Stop. One more.
Which way?
The way you're going right now. Go make that car go up. There you go. Stop. Right there. The one on the left says hello. The one on the right says hello backwards.
No, it doesn't. It's like it says, if it's a pop-up deal. But look at that. Isn't that cool, little charger port?
Open here.
But yeah, that's the dashboard. No interior photos release, but has a cool HUD-style gauge. That is the gauge panel. So they didn't give you any interior pictures, so we don't know what the interior looks like. So the hello might be a real thing.
Just so you know, the inside looks like a lifeboat. Everybody piles in there and the car drives itself.
See, but there's the electric Bronco.
Yep.
Right there, all electric Bronco. Then over here, oh, dang it. Didn't go back to the bottom. The Ravani tank, Nissan Kicks.
I'm trying to figure out how the car companies think people are going to be able to afford these vehicles that are $100,000, $200,000, $300,000.
I know, more than the first house I owned. That's crazy.
I mean, I
never thought I would live long enough to buy cars that are worth more. And you know how I am. I would appreciate the fact that maybe I'd have enough money someday where I wouldn't care. I still can't go buy a car for $40,000, drive it off the lot, and have to pay for gap insurance, because if I get into an accident after I go and buy the car, they'll only give me $25,000 on a $45,000, and I'll still owe them $15,000.
Right.
Just because I bought it. I mean, how can it lose that much value that quickly?
It's amazing, isn't it?
I can't do it. I'll buy a used vehicle that is at that value, and then I'll pay insurance on the vehicle so that if I lose it, it's worth the amount I paid for it.
Correct.
I mean, it's a way of getting around. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when they come out with the better ones that are fully autonomous and stuff, where you'll just be hanging out in the back. It'll be serving you drinks and it'll be driving on the road. Then maybe, but otherwise, no, I can't. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Me neither.
I can't do it.
Susie gets her new car, but even that, we've kept it under 30K. So,
right. But even at 30K, when you drove it off the lot, if she would have gotten into an accident the next day, they would have only given you 20K for the car.
Yeah. So
that's nuts.
It is.
I would rather take that $10,000 and put it in an investment.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, Ethereum. But that's neither here nor there. So those are all the new electric cars that are coming back. So you, my friend, did our genuine positivity message, or did Funguy The Entertainer?
So why are we skipping one of the subjects?
Which subject did we skip?
The one above Flat Matthew?
Oh, because I don't know if that's really a subject. So it's something I'm working on that I don't know. After COVID is over, and you and I are old men,
yeah,
and we're yelling at the neighborhood kids like curmudgeons. Hey, kids, get off! Will we look back? Will we look back at this time and go, kids? We went through the COVID, and the COVID changes a person. We were this before it, but after the COVID, after we went through the COVID,
and that's it too. You're going to call it the COVID. I just know it.
Right. The COVID. I don't know. Right. But I there's something there. I don't have it. I don't have it down yet where it's funny.
I see. You weren't trying to make a routine out of it. I can see it. It has potential.
Yeah, somebody steal that and do it and just give me credit.
Just give Steve
this guy talk about it, but he couldn't make it funny. And then just invite me to the show and I'll laugh my ass off. I'll sit up front so you can make fun of me or whatever. But you can talk about when we had to live through the COVID.
I can see it now. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you the man who became the curmudgeon.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've got to start, hopefully within the next 6 months, comedy clubs open back up. And I will start going on stage doing my my bad dad jokes. And
which is all of them.
Yeah, well, all my jokes are bad. And I'm a dad.
That's right.
So therefore, they're all bad dad jokes. But I have a few good ones, but yeah. So that's why I kind of skipped it because I don't know if it's funny or not.
It has potential, but you're right. It's one of those things that needs work. Everybody thinks that comedians are always funny. No, we're not.
Well, that's the way. Okay, so that's the best thing you do to a comedian, right? You walk up to a comedian and go, "Hey, man, be funny."
When people find
out shopping at the store.
Yeah. When people find out I'm an entertainer, like when I'm driving a bus or wherever I am, one of the first things they say, "Hey, tell me a joke."
Exactly.
Really? I thought I was an entertainer. I didn't say I was a comedian.
But think about it. It's the same thing with people. What do you do? I'm an accountant. Hey, can you give me some advice on my taxes?
Exactly.
Hey, doctor, I got this big cyst over. What do you think I should do about that? No, right?
You got to go see Dr. Pimple Popper.
Right. Or hey, what do you do? I'm a mechanic. Oh, my car. You come out and take a look. So it's not just, it's not just that. It's everybody does that to everybody, but pretty funny. Like, okay.
Sure, why not?
All right. So our positivity message
is short and sweet.
Is it short and sweet? All right, Funguy The Entertainer. Tell me about our positivity message.
If positivity were as contagious as COVID, the world would be so much happier.
That is true. That is true. So,
although I must admit, when I go to the store and stuff, there's more people trying to be cheerful right now. It's kind of interesting.
So to make it a positivity message, it's up to you, but you should make positivity more contagious than COVID.
There you go.
A challenge. Funguy
the Positivity Challenge.
Positivity Challenge. There it is. The Positivity Challenge by Funguy The Entertainer. Even though I thought of it. The Positivity Challenge by Funguy The Entertainer. Make positivity more contagious than the COVID.
There it is. Say what you said again. The first thing.
Make positivity more contagious than the COVID.
No, the other part.
I don't know.
By Funguy The Entertainer.
By Funguy The Entertainer.
Ghost written by Steve Allen.
Oh, yeah. So it's the Positivity Challenge. This week's Positivity Challenge. Make positivity more contagious than COVID.
See that? But I gave you some credit too. See?
Yeah. See? Yeah. See?
The next thing you know, I'm going to have you investing in crap.
You're going to have me doing what?
Investing in stuff.
Oh. So, we talked about this last year. D20. D22, I think it was.
Yes.
So Disney's Investor Day. It happens in
D23?
Yeah. Yeah, D23. But no, 23 I think is a set year, but D23 2020. Dude, they are going nuts this year. I mean, like last year when we talked about it, they had a lot of stuff planned, but this year they got a lot too. They plan to release 10 Star Wars series, 10 Marvel series, 15 Disney live action movies, and then Disney animation, Pixar series. It's crazy. Crazy. But so Disney owns Hulu and ESPN Plus. You knew that, right?
I did not. I knew they owned Hulu. I knew nothing about ESPN Plus.
And of course, they own ABC and Disney Plus, right?
ABC.
Okay. So here's the thing that I didn't know from the Don't Know show.
Okay.
You know how many subscribers there are for Hulu?
12.
12. Really?
Sure. Million?
There are 38.8, so almost 39 million Hulu subscribers.
Okay.
Right. How long has Hulu been around? Long time, right?
Decade, maybe?
Long time, right?
Okay, yeah.
Disney was released in November of 2019, Disney Plus.
Okay, so
How
year
many
and a month.
subscribers? How many subscribers do you think? Now remember, Hulu has 38.8 million. How many subscribers do you think there are to Disney Plus?
Okay. Because of the way that you were saying this, I'm going to have to say 54 million.
You are so right. It is higher, but it's even higher than that. 86.8 million. Double. Because 38 and 38 would be like 86. But
yeah, I get it. I'm good at math.
double. In 1 year, they doubled Hulu.
Wow. Okay. I keep getting ragged on by my friends in my online gaming experience that I'm still paying for cable.
Yeah, I rag on you too.
Yeah.
Cut the cable. But you know what? All those other free services add up to just as much as cable.
They certainly do. It just irritates me that some of the shows that I'd really like to see, I can't see.
Right, but you got to pay for them. And by the time you pay for 5 services at $20 a month, you're back up to $100. Hello.
That's right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
the only advantage I see to it is streaming allows you to watch it at your time. It's the only advantage I see to it. But that's what a DVR is for. I record the shows when they're on.
Right. Well, but that's why it took me so long to break the cable, because I watched a lot of ABC, CBS, and NBC. Right.
Yes.
So, they don't have a way of recording live TV.
Correct.
And I always ask everybody, how do you do? I'm going to sneeze.
Chewy. I beat you to it.
You keep talking.
I was curious where you were going with this. Now I didn't have anything in the top of my head.
All right, I'll talk then. All right. So they were, that was the hardest thing, right? The DVR. Because everybody's like, oh, you can build this, you can build that, you can build this, you can build that. I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay.
Right.
So I found this from Amazon. I think I'm going to buy this. I think this is what works here. So let me go and do this again and do this again. See, this is where we should have a link up with our affiliate, because if people go and buy it, then we'd get credit for these sales.
That is correct. I started an affiliate account, but I never got anybody to buy it. One person bought something. That's it.
I'll put this up on a link up there with affiliate account. But check this out. 2 tuners. Why do you need 2? I only need 1. But they want to sell you 2. But here it is. So what you do is you hook this up to your network. All right.
Okay.
And you hook up a digital antenna, because just because it's digital doesn't mean you have to pay for it. It's still free. It's just like before when you had to put the other antennas up. You just have to put a digital antenna up now.
Yes.
So you put up the digital antenna, and then any of your any of your Amazon Fire Sticks, I don't know what this thing's called. Echo Show. The show, you will connect to it over the network, and you'll be able to watch your shows.
Right.
So you record up to 2 shows at once, plus store up to 75 hours of HD programming.
Cool.
So there it is. They have it. So now you can do it, and you get the Fire Stick, and because you have Amazon, you have whatever it's called.
I have Prime. Yes.
Yeah. So you're already getting Prime. So you get the Fire Stick. So you get all those channels. Do you have T-Mobile? Because T-Mobile gives you a discount on.
I do not.
On Netflix or Hulu. I forget which one. For Netflix. And then you can do your regular TV through that. So there you go.
Interesting.
So, but now you can do it. So there's that. And if you want to pay again, if you're international, for all your international people, Disney is coming out with an international star streaming service.
Cool.
So they're going to launch that later this year. I think end of February of 2021. So that'll be the new brand of channels for international, not United States, but
right. All right, cool beans.
It'll be 8.99 euro per month, which is a little more expensive than ours because euros are like $1.30 or something. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I can't believe again what they're going to do. They're going to do. All right, so I don't know enough about Wanda, whatever her name is, Wanda Max, the Green Witch or whatever she is.
Right.
And then
you're right back.
And then, what happened? He left us. Just as I was going to talk about Wanda and Vision. So I don't know enough about those Marvel characters. What happened? Do we need a pause? Scott went away. So, all right, well, I'll just talk about it. So the Wanda and Vision, I watched the first 3 episodes. I'm not sure if I understand it or not. They're paying homage to old TV shows. So the first 2 were in black and white, and it was the Dick Van Dyke Show and Bewitched were the 2 shows, and they kind of made the houses look like that. And then now the 3rd episode is like in color. So that's not like the Brady Bunch. They even did the beginning where there's 3 of him and 3 of her. And then they did a Brady Bunch house with the stones and that. But one of the other ones they're going to do is Unenchanted. So I don't know if you remember the show Enchanted, but now there's Unenchanted. So that's coming up. But yeah, so a lot of stuff coming up. Let's see. The Mighty Ducks is going to be a series.
The Mighty Ducks, like the hockey player guys?
Yeah. Picks up in the films where the films left off. Emilio Estevez returns as Gordon Bombay.
Okay.
So Turner and Hooch is coming back
25 years ago.
Yeah. So Turner and Hooch is coming back. So was that important or unimportant, or are you okay?
There was a big, huge crash downstairs, and the bunny is up here, so I was a little concerned.
Okay,
because I had to make sure something, the stuff didn't fall in Susie's car. I'd be dead, man.
Yep. So Turner and Hooch is coming back, but Josh Peck, remember Drake and Josh? So Josh Peck is coming back as Turner and Hooch. That was Tom Hanks with the dog.
Really?
Yeah. So Turner and Hooch is coming back. Big Shot, high school basketball star with John Stamos. Yes, John Stamos is still doing stuff he shouldn't be doing.
I'll tell you something. He has a following. He's kind of like Tom Jones. He has that many people following.
Well, he's in all kinds of weird places too. Like, playing the drums for the Beach Boys.
Right.
Like what? So yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, they're going to be, Disney's like, they got the Obi-Wan Kenobi vertical, how they do like the different things. The Rangers of the New Republic. It just, the Rosario Dawson character, Ahsoka. Oh God, what is her name? Ahsoka? I don't know, but they're her. They're going to do an Andor Star Wars. I think one of the first ones coming out is going to be the Star Wars, The Bad Batch, Star Wars Visions, Star Wars Lando, Star Wars The Acolyte.
Okay.
And then of course, if they're going to do all the verticals, Star Wars, a droid story. Where's R2-D2 and C-3PO story?
I thought they already did one for C-3PO.
No. No. Then they'll be like Rogue Squadron. Why not, right? And then Indiana Jones is going to come back, the next installment of Indiana Jones, which I'm not sure how they're going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one. Well, okay, we all know that there's been like 200 different James Bonds, Spider-Man.
There were 2 Spider-Men in a row that was the exact same movie, just with 2 different Spider-Men.
Right.
Which was weird.
So,
but
obviously they remake movies with new actors.
Yeah, 101 Dalmatians is coming back. Remember
animated or live action?
Live action. A lot of these are live action. So remember Hocus Pocus?
Yes.
In 1993, Hocus Pocus.
Bette Midler.
Yeah. Hocus Pocus 2 is coming up with Adam Shankman. Adam Shankman's going to direct it. Adam Shankman is the guy who did like a High School Musical in that. So maybe these will be dancing witches.
Okay.
Three men. Well, while they're playing basketball, they'll dance.
Okay.
Right. It's Adam Shankman. He's funny. Three Men and a Baby. Only this time, one of the three men will be Zac Efron.
Okay.
Remember Cheaper by the Dozen? Right? The Steve Martin movie?
Yes.
That's coming back. And then Sister Act is going to go. Whoopi Goldberg is going to be on board as a producer.
Oh, who's going to take her place?
I don't know. Maybe she'll be in there at some point. Who knows?
Okay. I mean, she's been all of a sudden back in shows. Literally, I've been seeing her, and she's been playing some interesting tunes.
All right. I wonder if they're going to show this. Disney's coming back. Pinocchio's coming back. Hang on. Let me pause that. Let me see if they show. I don't know where my screen is. There it is.
I don't know either.
Tom Hanks is going to be in Pinocchio. Is he going to play Geppetto, or is he going to play Pinocchio? Or Jiminy Cricket? Nope, not going to tell me. Not going to tell me. Dang it.
Dang it. Yeah, either one. He'd be good on either one.
Yeah, so Peter Pan and Wendy. Jude Law is going to be Captain Hook. Disenchanted. Amy Adams is coming back. I mean, there's a ton of stuff coming back. They're going to try another Night at a Museum. Another Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they're going to be doing. Even Chip and Dale are coming back.
Well, you figure these people, these creative people have been writing shit down for a year now, right? Because they haven't been able to use anything. So it's just accumulating.
I hope so. It's going to be interesting.
Here's the thing that kind of frustrates me. I've had a lot of downtime this year. The problem is most of the stuff that I needed to do requires me working with other people. I couldn't get anybody to do it. So I should have taken my creative skills and gone back to writing, which I'm good at, or, working on my websites and stuff.
Yeah, but you were busy scrambling trying to figure out how to make money.
Yes. And I realized I screwed up. There's so many things I could have done, but I was so panicky trying to figure out how to pay the bills. I didn't do the stuff I should have done.
Yeah. Well, speaking about paying bills, Disneyland annual pass program gone. Since Disneyland's closing, they have no opening time. Last March, that was it. They shut it down. So the annual pass gone, done. They canceled it. It's like $1,500,
right,
per person.
Are they going to bring it back, or is that just
they don't? They say they're going to. They're going to make it better when they bring it back.
More better,
but I know what that means. More expensive, different price.
Yeah. Well, we got to make up the $6 trillion we lost by quadrupling our prices.
Yep, but that's it. So it's gone, baby.
People
annual
will
pass.
pay. If you make them ride the rides, people will pay.
But yeah, if they got 1 million pass holders, they couldn't do a 25% capacity when they reopened. So
yeah, that's for sure.
So they canceled it. They shut it down. They're going to revamp it. I don't know, whatever. I'm not in any hurry to go back where all these people are until we get herd immunity anyways.
I concur.
And if I'm going to spend $1,000 on vacation, I'm going on a cruise or an all-inclusive.
Yes. That's what.
Not where you got to pay more for food.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like if Disney included the food in there, they'd be golden. Like the hotel and the food, just like a cruise ship does or an all-inclusive resort does. Then it'd be, then I'd pay that. But yeah, to pay that kind of money for the week and still have to pay for everything else.
Susie was talking about that today because before May, she has to use up her 2 weeks vacation or she loses it. They don't pay you and they don't let it go in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what are you guys going to do?
Well, we've still got our vacation that we have to take because it's all paid for, but we're not ready to do that because it's out of the country.
Right.
So she was thinking about maybe going to Florida Keys because that's a place that I've considered. Sure. And I showed her a hotel room in the Florida Keys is like $300 a night. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
For $300, I get all inclusive for 4 days.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, but like I said, Chip and Dale are coming back, but Chip and Dale, I don't know about Chip and Dale. They're POCBS.
They're going to the post office at CBS main headquarters.
Well, it's ABC. So the big thing out there right now that they're recording are POCBSs.
Okay.
Those are power outages caused by squirrels.
Now, I heard about those.
I know Chip and Dale are chipmunks, but all
right, wait a minute. Isn't a chipmunk a ground squirrel?
Yeah. So yes and no. I mean, it was a stretch for the segue.
Okay.
But in Japan, they're a big thing. Not squirrels, but the power outages, taking out the electric trains and stuff like that.
Right.
Wildlife ranks second to storms when pulling down overhead wires. Squirrels by far the worst offenders because they like to eat the wires. There are times when squirrels will go in and eat the insulation off of cars. They will crawl up underneath the engine.
Yes, people always blame them on mice, and it's not always the mice.
No, it's squirrels. They're in there eating up these engines and stuff like that. So yeah, these squirrels are there, or what's worse is birds will create nests, and the nests will fall in there. And then the birds of prey will get up on the top, and then they'll whack the two things with their wings and short it out. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Bears have been known to do it. Jellyfishes clog intakes by nuclear power plants
all the time.
Snakes like to climb in, get the heat off the transformers. So yeah, so these guys, when they're up there on the electrical, got to be careful and make sure that they're not getting electrocuted. But they said that 174 million birds die annually colliding with transmission lines. 174 million annually.
Why do the birds die?
They hit the wires. They fly and they're hitting the wires because they don't necessarily see the wires, and or when they land on one wire, they're okay. But when they're towards the poles and their wings reach out and they touch the two things.
Oh, I see. They're creating a circuit.
Yep.
That makes sense. Hey, stop imitating one of those bug zappers, which is basically what it is. It's a bird zapper.
Yeah. Well, this is where the birds get zapped here. I'll put this in the middle of the screen. I'll just share this really quick. See it?
I do know that my friends up north.
See that?
Yep.
See that? Look at that building that's up there. Look right by the insulators. He connects those two insulators right there. Psh, 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 psh. Fried, yeah. Baby.
I know that my friends up north, they used to get a bounty for shooting squirrels off the wires, but then they had to stop doing that because they were taking chunks out of the wire from.
Well, by missing because they're not that good a shot.
Yeah, but that was back in the 80s.
Yeah. So do you know about anesthesiology?
I know quite a bit about it, but
general anesthesia, right? They put you on there for surgery and stuff like that.
Yes.
Speaking of getting knocked out,
yes.
Doing a backward segue. Do you know that they've been using the Isoflurane for over 150 years? And do you know up until this year, last year, they didn't exactly know how it worked, but they just kept using it.
Okay. I know there's a lot of things that they don't know how it works, but they use it because it works.
Yeah, they knew it worked, and they know you got to do like the chemical per weight. It's all based on weight, like how much you give the pressure to and all that stuff.
Correct.
Right? The blood gas thing and how to keep people on, but they don't know how it works. They just know it works. For 150 years, they've been using it.
Right, because somebody accidentally breathed some of it and knocked them out without killing them.
Right. And
somebody said, what a great idea.
Yeah. So in Japan, they found out that it blocks neurotransmitters in the frontal cortex that have to do with mobility and pain.
Okay.
So now that they know where it affects it, now they're starting to figure out how it does that, certain concentrations. But yeah, it's the prefrontal cortex, and the anesthesia affects that part which cause us to not destroy the brain, but have you immobile. So you're not be able to move and jerk around, which would be bad during surgery, and not feel the pain.
Right.
Isn't that weird that just now, been using for 150 years, and just now we figured it out?
Well, anybody who has watched old movies knows that ether was used for knocking people out for surgery. And it turns out that isoflurane is a halogenated ether. That makes perfect sense now.
Same thing, right? Yeah. But yeah, we don't know how it works, but we just use it. Hey, it's working. Just keep going with it.
And yet smelling salts wake you up from it.
But yet 150
sort of makes sense because your sinuses are right by your frontal cortex.
150 years. Nobody died. Well, people do die from it.
They do. Yeah. Some people don't wake up. Yep.
But
it's one of the reasons why you have to sign a paper before surgery. Even though this is a normal everyday thing, the odds of anything happening are really slim. You can die.
So they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
It's kind of scary. All right. So speaking of surgeries and stuff, I don't know if this is true or not. I tried an experiment with Peggy.
Okay. You had her beat you up so you get some bruises?
No, I used her bruises.
Now, why does Peggy have bruises?
But her bruise was older. Okay. Because she works in shipping and receiving.
Oh.
So she had a bruise, and we put the banana peel on for 10 minutes, and the bruise didn't even lighten. So now I don't know if it's got to be a fresh bruise or not. So somebody check this out, would you? Let me know if this is a wives' tale or if it's fake, or, you can't find anything on the internet. If it's on the internet, it must be true, but we couldn't find anything.
Everybody always says that.
Anything definitive. But yeah, if you put on a bruise, you put the banana peel for 5, 10, or 15 minutes, and the bruise is supposed to reduce. Hers didn't. So
okay, I'll take your word for it.
What, that her bruise didn't reduce, or that's what people are saying?
That's what people are saying, because I've never heard that before.
Search it on the internet. It's legit. Let's see. I'm just going to put it in a search right now and see what it does. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it there. Put it there. Oh, it says true or false. The ethylene is produced by banana. It takes the fruit taste sweeter and less tart. It changes the color of the fruit from green to yellow. It softens the fruit. When uneaten, the ripening process will continue until the banana takes on a bruised appearance and eventually turns black. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that they say banana peels are good for, but
yeah, so yeah, we're eating bananas the wrong way. You're not supposed to, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. Here's what I see here. A simple way to help bruises fade fast is with a banana peel. Just apply a piece of banana peel, flesh side down to the bruise, cover with a bandage, and leave on overnight. By morning, the bruise will have faded slightly. Now, wait a minute. Don't you think it faded all by itself slightly because it was overnight?
Thank you. Yeah. I'm guessing wives' tale.
That's what
But in the meantime, everybody go out there and do this and comment down there at whathappened.world.
It costs you nothing. If you're eating bananas anyway, use the peel. See what happens.
Yes. That way you can all say you have a peel.
All right. So are we really going to go to that Denmark?
You want to go to it, or do you want to skip out on it?
Oh my God, we're already at an hour.
Yeah, let's save it for next time.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna cut this show.
And how did we end up with 2 words of the week?
Well, because I made up one. I made up a word a week. I don't know if it's again. I made a lot of stuff up this show. I was feeling very, very creative.
Creative, yes.
All right, so this is a legit word. Sonntagsleerung.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of people are having right now because we're talking about depression. It is a noun. Sonntagsleerung. It is a noun. It is the Sunday depression experienced before the coming workday after a nice, relaxing weekend. It's from German, meaning Sunday emptying.
Okay.
Right?
I can relate to that. Susie goes through that every Sunday.
Right? So that's a legit thing. So
Sonntagsleerung. To me, all 7 days are basically the same. So
Sonnentag.
There's no A. It's Sonntagsleerung.
Sonntag. I almost can make that into German because I heard of Glutentag. That's why I'm saying Sonnentag, because Gutentag.
Yep.
But there's
Sonntagsleerung.
Sonntagsleerung. Okay. But then Dutch oven. You know what a Dutch oven is, right?
Yes. I used to cook with them all the time when I was in Boy Scouts.
That's what the Dutch oven is there, right? Then, we talk about how the words are changed, right? So it now changes when you.
Well, the words didn't change. They come up with new meanings.
Right. So what's the new meaning? Read it there.
All right. It is the act of trapping someone under bed covers and releasing vile ass fumes.
Right. So, your Dutch oven sweet. Now, we talked about how the word stays the same, but the meaning changes.
Yes.
I'm going to keep the meaning the same, and I'm going to change the words. And we talked about a lot of words that were new this year because of
COVID,
right?
Yes.
So when you pull the covers up over the top of you and your partner and you release vile ass fumes, that is the modern day COVID test.
Oh, because if you can smell it and taste it, you don't have it. I get it.
So now that's a COVID test. No longer a Dutch oven. It's now a COVID test. It's the at-home COVID test.
I am so glad that we don't get to this part of the show while we're still in Chili's, because this would not be good at Chili's.
Hey, folks, are you ready for the at-home COVID test?
And it's free.
Right? There you go. So if you can smell it, taste it, you don't have COVID.
There you go.
So you're doing a service.
Yeah, that's right.
But honey, I'm doing a service. So everybody pull your head up over your partner's head, let one loose and say, honey, it's for your own good.
It is.
Steve said so.
Right.
It's the at-home COVID test. Oh God, that's gross.
I can see it now, Peggy going, I don't care if I get it. I'm not going to get tested that way.
That's right. I unsubscribe to your test. So with that note, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
and after that COVID test, how can it not be?
Oh my God.
Go down to whathappened.world, like and subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. As soon as we start going to shows, we're going to start doing stuff. My daughter is turning 21. I want to take her to a nice jazz club.
And Steve's just glad that his hair can't turn gray because he doesn't have any.
But I'm not going to do that. So that means I'll have two 21-year-olds in the house. I'm not going to do that till it's safe to go out. We need to come on, 75 of you people, 75% of you people get out there, get the COVID vaccine so we can have herd immunity so we can start going to these clubs again.
Exactly.
I don't want to go sit at a bar and drink with my daughter, but I wouldn't mind going to a jazz club or a nice lounge and being entertained and sit there and drink with my daughter and son.
Okay.
So with that, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.